Okay, here we go. Welcome to week 2, and things are going to be a little bit different today because we have a textbook we're going to be using. But let me go ahead and put the textbook on. Just give me one. Okay, so this is our textbook, our English Language Arts textbook that we're going to be using this year. Let's go ahead and open it up. Go through all the parts we don't need to really worry about just yet. And here we go. So we're going to be starting, first of all, I want to make sure that you understand this unit is called Generations. Alright? Young people can often learn from older people, but sometimes it works the other way around. That's the major theme of the stories and the other things we're going to be reading. So if we're talking about themes that you can wrap up into one word, it would be generations. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn the page and see what we're doing. Okay, now right here, here's what I want you to do. Starting on page 5, I want you to go through all of these words, look at the root words, read the sentences, and then just write what you think they mean. You're predicting their definitions. Now you say, okay, so I just write in the book? No, do not write in the book. My hand just kind of did that really slowly. Let's try that again. That's weird. Hopefully that'll look better after I edit this. But basically, do not write in this book. These books cost money. Someone else has to read this after you. But I understand. What are we going to do then? How do we do this? Well, let's go to... Now, you're in Mr. Leptak's 7th grade, but I have to go to, you're one of my students, I have to go to Mr. Merrill where I'm a student, and I got to go to his classroom. And let's pretend like this is the class that this is what I've assigned you, and you're going to go to where it says view assignment, okay? So pretend that this is this assignment right now. Now, you can add or create a document. And once it creates, get rid of that one. Oops. Once it creates, you go to it. Okay, now we've got a document. And this is how I expect you to give me writing assignments and everything to go with that. I always want you to put the date, okay? So today is going to be August 10th, 2020. And I forgot one of those things, okay? And then here's what you're going to do. There. Okay, here's what you're going to do. Just write dialogue and write what the definition is that you think it is. Okay? Next one, consequence. And then write your definition there. Okay, on and on and on. So you get all 5 of those. All right? Then when you're done with that, you're going to be reading the story Grounded. Let's see if we can get a little bit more into the story. Let me bring it back up for a second. Alright, so this selection is an example of non-fiction narrative text. So this means it's something that actually happened in somebody's life. They're writing about it later, but it is a story. It's like when you're telling a story that happened to you, that's still a story, it's still a narrative, but it's a non-fiction narrative. It actually happened. So as you read, look at the way the writer of this selection talks about a real experience she had with her grandmother. How did she feel about it at the time? As you read, look at the way the writer creates a picture of her experience. Mark the text. Do not mark the text. No. So observe the text to help you answer this question. How did the author feel? And how does she show that to the reader? Okay, so you're not going to mark the text. This is, other people have to use this book later, but you can say, number 1, how did the author feel? And how did she communicate how she felt? Boom. And then, but you don't have to do that. Then just answer it in a couple of sentences, maybe 2 to 4 sentence answer, but it has to come from the reading. You have to quote something from the reading. You have to say something that you read that makes you think this way, okay? So after you read all of this, what I want you to do is go to, let me bring this back up, go to summary, okay? You're going to write what happened in the story, and that's all you're going to write. You're not going to write your opinion. You're not going to write what parts you liked. You're not going to write what you think everything means. You're just going to give the events of the story chronologically. That means one event after the other in the order it took place. Okay? That's what you're going to do. Remember, let me just remind you, so we got summary 1. Say paragraph, which is 6 to 8 sentences. If it isn't at least 6 sentences, you're going to lose points. Okay, the next one, the next writing assignment, consider class discussions of video in the log, which text as you think about the prompt. Unfortunately, we can't talk too much online about this, but the prompt is, in what situation can one generation learn from another? And I want you to kind of think of situations in your own life. Situations where you did learn from somebody older than you, or maybe you taught somebody older than you something new. Sometimes maybe you had to teach somebody older than you how to use a computer, or how to use their cell phones, or how to use a certain app, or something like that. But go ahead and write down a paragraph, which is 6 to 8 sentences, answering this question. So let's go back down. So we're going to do the quick write. Paragraph, which is 6 to 8 sentences. Okay, when you are done with this, make sure your name is on it. The first thing on your paper is your name. So make sure, I'm going to put my name, Mr. Luptak. Please do not call your teacher anything disrespectful. Always call them Mr. or Mrs. and whatever their last name is. We don't need to be called anything else, and sometimes if it's rude enough, we'll send you to the office and you can explain why you called your teacher something disrespectful. Please do not do that. I don't let you do that in this classroom. So enough said. Don't want to go on too long about that. So let's say you do all of this and then you want to turn it in. Well, I don't want to turn this into Mr. Merrill, so I'm just going to say I like the student handbook. I wish there was free pizzas for all staff every day and even on the weekends. The students would have to watch us eat the pizzas, and we will not share. And let's go ahead and turn this in. So that's what it should look like when you're turning it into me. All right. Unfortunately, it was turned in late, but still, he will see it, he'll be able to grade it, and I'm sure I'll get a great grade for my pizza idea. Anyway, that's your first assignment in the textbook, and do your best. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to see where you're at as far as writing skills and reading comprehension. So go ahead and get that done, and I will talk to you later about ELA.